Hello. Welcome back to our channel. We want to say thank you guys for everything you guys done for the first episode, and we appreciate every one of you guys. Keep up that subscription and the liking and the commenting and the reposting, all that stuff.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to say thank you again. We really appreciate the love and support. It goes a long way. But like she mentioned previously, just make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave us a comment. We love hearing from you guys. And we want to be as interactive as possible with our community and our followers.
We got microphones.
Sure did. Sure did. I'm holding mine because I want to be able to control it without it rubbing against my shirt. So I think it looks cooler too.
Okay, so anyways, today we are going to talk about
Well, actually, first, let me mention the change of scenery. First off, we are in my backyard. We are under an umbrella. If you know what day it is today, you'll know how absolutely hot it is today. It feels like I'm in a furnace, just baking, slow roasting. We were trying to figure out this camera setup. And I was sweating just moving the camera. I'm like, wow, it's hot out here. If you know me, you know I don't like the heat. I can't deal with the heat. So yeah.
So that was our weather break.
Yeah. Forecast from Nico.
Just in case you guys wanted to hear the weather.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was the weather for you.
Oh yeah, but if we sat on the curb, our asses would be baking too.
Okay, so we do have a couple questions that we are going to talk about. But first, I'm gonna have Nico spell something.
What?
I'm gonna have you spell a word.
This wasn't in the plan in the schedule. What?
I'm gonna have you.
I'm waiting.
I'm gonna have you spell a word.
Okay, what word?
Socks. Spell socks.
SOCK.
S. You failed.
I was absent that day of elementary.
Okay. You guys ready for this? Now say it quickly, fastly, however you want to. I'm not good with words. Say it.
SOCKS. SOCKS.
Hey, one more time.
SOCKS.
Hey, one more time.
SOCKS. Oh God.
That's the Spanish right there.
What?
When you spell it, when you say it fast, it sounds like you're saying SOCKS.
SOCKS. Hey, SOCKS, fool. I know Spanish now. I'm bilingual now. Jobs, if you're watching this, hire me. I speak both languages. SOCKS, you know? Hire me.
Oh, man. Oh, that was good.
That was good. Wow.
SOCKS.
SOCKS. Fool. My socks are up to my knees. If you know, you know.
What?
What? Because I'm a down-ass fool. SOCKS.
Okay. Anyways. Awkward.
Oh my God, stop.
All right, so let's start with a question. So how have you grown as an individual since the beginning of the year? And this could be individual or it could be individuals
like the both
together.
Of us?
Yeah.
Let's start off with our solo answers. How have you grown as an individual?
You can't do that. I asked a question.
Oh shit. Am I going first?
Yeah, because I asked you the question.
So you gotta. Okay. Right. So, anyways, um, long story short, in the beginning of the year, I was definitely still a child. Definitely still a child. I didn't have a good mindset. I was childish. I mean, I just wasn't acting like a grown adult. And I quickly learned the hard way through adult life because I had just turned 21 actually in January, so the beginning of the year.
21. Can you do something for me?
Can you believe that? 21, going on 24 over here.
Right.
Insane.
I think
Insane.
the question was for individual.
Anyway.
That's how you wanted to answer.
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted. I was very childish, lazy too. I had no dedication. I didn't feel like I necessarily had something to keep me going or any motivation or anything like that. But as time went on and I went through all the obstacles I had to, transitioning into adult life is it's definitely no joke. It's no joke. I wish I could still be a kid sometimes, but adult life isn't so bad when you have things somewhat under control. But also, I guess a key lesson in that is too that you'll never have anything under control, and you gotta accept that. I mean, you just gotta go with the path that life carves out for you. But now, I've also not only had this one help me transition into adult life, but I've also had my mom, my dad, close family members as well help me transition. But I'm glad to say I definitely have made progress since the beginning of the year, and I just feel like I'm in a better spot when it comes to responsibility, adulthood, and finally seeing the way life is for, you know, us as grown adults. So, yeah.
There's a bunny.
Just so you guys know, there is literally a rabbit right in front of us.
Oh, I thought it was a bunny.
Well, same thing. Oh, he's running.
So, how have I grown as an individual since the beginning of the year? I would say I'm still growing. I faced a lot of obstacles this year that I didn't think I was going to be facing. I don't know. That's actually a good question. I didn't think about it. I'm still growing. I would say that. Like, I am 23, going to be 24, but I feel like there's still a lot more that I need to learn and, like, still need to adjust. And this year I've went through a lot of job changes and environment changes. So I have a lot of change in my life. So I'm trying to develop that and grow with that change every day. Like how he mentioned, like we do have each other to boost each other when we're feeling a little bit like when one's progressing a little bit more and one's a little bit behind, like we still push each other to keep going. And we also have family. Like I know that we've been together for a year, but I felt like within that year, it was still fresh, and we still are like learning each other and all that. But I would say like I've grown a better relationship with his family, and I've gotten a lot more like what's the word? Like I've gotten more
comfortable.
Yeah, like I got more like comfortable. I'm still shy, but I've gotten comfortable. Same with my family. I've missed a lot for a couple years with work and everything, and I feel like for these past 2 years, well, is this we used to consider this year? Like, is it this year and last year? Like, will be 2 years?
Well, I mean, we're halfway through to making 2 years, so yeah.
yeah, so like these last 2 years, I've been trying to be back with like my family and like um getting all that like connection back and everything. But it's hard because everyone's growing, everyone has different lives, everyone has different responsibilities and dreams and all that stuff. So it's hard to get all the cousins together, it's hard to get like friends together, like all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it, it's just part of change. um how have we grown as individuals? I feel like this year happening right now, we've learned a lot.
Definitely some trials and tribulations
I feel like
along
we
the
learned
way.
way too much.
It definitely has not been a smooth road.
Nope.
It's been quite a few bumps, quite a few.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I do see progress as we've been continuing. And like previously, what she said, like she's starting to have that like, well, not starting, but like I see the adult mindset developing more. Like there's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth, whether it be you as an individual or you guys as a relationship, things like that. There's always room for improvement, and accepting that is the first step to living a peaceful life and having a peaceful relationship. You just got to be willing to accept the positives and negatives. There's always going to be positives. There's always going to be negatives. That's just life.
Yeah. And I feel like, relationships on the outside, they may seem okay, but like, behind doors, it's a
Might be
whole
a different story.
yeah, it's a different story. And I'm the type of person that doesn't like to talk about my problems. So whenever we have a problem, I try to ignore it, but it's not the right mindset to have. But
She's getting there, guys. She's getting there.
I feel like as a relationship, or not as a relationship, as individuals, what? I feel like as individuals, we have grown well together in a relationship. And I feel like from compared to last year to this year, last year was more of like, I say like the love part.
It's the honeymoon phase
Yeah.
of the complete relationships. Like, what's the honeymoon phase?
Yeah.
First year or first 6 months, however long it may be, is always the sweetness and the lovey-dovey puppy love stuff. And as you continue on, it starts getting real. It starts getting real.
Yeah, which is why I feel like this year has been like
A little rough.
It's been rough because we're seeing another side of each other and dealing with problems that we've been pushing aside, like how
Either
we would
that
be
or
like
just
last year.
more problems coming up in life. For example, with work, working more, school. I mean, we're just getting a lot more on our plates, and it's just something we're trying to work through and manage.
But with that, the next question is,
Oh, wait, before we head to the next question, we didn't even say the title of this episode. As you can tell, and obviously you're going to see the title before you get to this point, this episode's about opening up. It's us sharing a little bit more about ourselves and us about it and our relationship. So, uh, yeah. Fortunately, we're not on a curb. I know we said we're going to stay true, but I'd rather not have seared curb marks on my ass cheeks. Because it is hot, like I mentioned before. It is very hot.
okay.
So yeah, episode 2, opening up.
And break. Okay. Second question, kind of jumps with what we were saying. Like, what are your thoughts on how dating has changed throughout the years?
Oh,
This question,
that's
I feel like, has a lot of conversation with
controversy. A lot of weight to it.
Yeah, like I feel like everyone has their own opinion, everyone has their own thoughts, and etc. But for me, what I've noticed, so I worked retail about 6 to 7 years, and being an well, I've worked in Oak Brook for that long. And being in an outside mall, you see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things, stuff like that. And one of the things I saw for one of the jobs that I was working is it was closing time on a Sunday, so we leave early. This little girl, I would want to say like she's maybe like 10, no,
Whoa,
like
10.
12,
Okay.
12, 13, like around that age. I was gonna say 10. I don't know why I was gonna say 10. But she was around that age, and like she was like very like excited and like bubbly or like nervous, whatever, when she saw this boy passing by, and she went up to him and was like, "Hey, like, can I have your Snapchat?" And for me, I had a little giggle to myself because I was like, we really came to the point where it's like, "Hey, can I have your Snapchat?" Or like, let's add each other on Snapchat.
No build up, no romanticism beforehand, no feeling the waters to see if you guys are even gonna try a relationship or whatever it is kids do nowadays, hookups, unfortunately. Just straight to, can I have your social media? I don't know who you are, but can I have it?
Well, it's not just that. It's
where's the chivalry?
Well, no, it's not
where's
just
the romanticism?
That. It's well, yeah.
If I was going up to you, I'd be like, "Hey, sugar, looking real cute."
So then why didn't you do that? So why didn't you do that if you said that's how you would come up to me?
I just said it in many other words, okay? You just got lost in the translation.
No, you were staring at me in the corner. That's not saying much words.
Hey, we didn't say we were going to say all
that. Okay, anyways.
Okay, I had a little bit of a staring problem. My eyes were...
Okay, back to the question.
I had eye problems, okay?
Back to the question.
I didn't.
Back to the question.
Okay, yeah, back to the question.
I never thought it would come to the point. Well, I shouldn't say I never thought, but like Snapchat is really like what we're, I guess, using now.
Communicating on.
You know, so it's kind of like, okay, but I know back then it used to be like, hey, like, I seen you or whatever, like, let me get your number, like your phone number, you know?
She's a little older than me, but my generation, it was number, but the reason we would get the number is because it was connected to, for example, other social media platforms, like the first FaceTiming app, which was called ooVoo. I don't know if you guys remember that orange app called ooVoo. You could FaceTime whoever the hell you wanted, group FaceTimes, whatever. We, as kids, would always hop on a group call, like 6 of us deep, with the one girl that one of the buddies likes. For some reason, I don't know why everyone was in it. Don't know why everyone was in the call, but I don't know if you guys remember that, but that's how we did it back then. Hers was numbers.
Actually, no, I take my answer back. It wasn't.
She probably had pagers.
Okay, I'm not that old.
But yes, you know what that is.
I do know what a pager is.
Really?
Yeah.
Did your parents have one?
I don't know. Oh. Probably. Oh.
My parents did. Anyways.
I think they did. But yes, we used to use phone numbers, but also we used to use Kik.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We used to use Kik, so we used to be like, hey, like, let me get your Kik, and like, you know, you're talking and all that stuff. But that has changed. Like going up to a person has changed. You know, like,
it's so corny.
I feel like weird. First dates also changed too. I feel like first dates, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. It depends on, like, I don't know. I think just in general, like, just dating, it's hard to tell if the person's actually interested in you. Where you do go on to these dates, you do talk to this person, and then it's like at the end, they just stop talking to you, and it could be like, oh, well, I'm just talking to someone else. You know, like, dating now just changed. It's not that serious like how it was back then.
I don't agree with it. I don't like it at all. I don't like how this generation is doing it. There's no in-person contact. There's no in-person communication. There's no opening up about feelings. There's no There's no romantics. It's just straight up we're talking on the phone, either through Snapchat, sending blank pictures of the ceiling. Who wants to have a conversation like that? You guys call that dating nowadays? I'm sorry. For the younger audience, I'm sorry. I just don't agree with it. That's not. If you actually want to date someone and you are actually interested in someone, not just based off of what you've seen, but based off of actual in person communication, go for it. Go for it. You know, be as chivalrous as possible. Take
But
them
that's
out.
the problem, is that people nowadays don't feel as confident going to go ask a person.
It's because of how this younger generation bullies each other.
Well, that's, I mean, that kind of
It's
goes back
straight
to the
up
question.
bullying.
Like, it's completely changed. Where back then, like,
It
if
has.
you were to go up to a person, you could have a simple conversation and be friends. Or if you were really interested, it would pursue a different
Flirting
way.
with someone is not bullying them. Just because you call them stupid, that doesn't mean you like them. Or like all those little stupid little jokes that they will, I don't know, call someone stupid or ugly or stuff like that. No, that's not how you flirt. Coming from Grandpa over here,
Yeah? How do you flirt?
not like that.
Okay,
I'm
how
not
would
gonna
you
be
flirt?
like, oh, you're so stupid.
How would you flirt?
I'd make subtle little comments like, oh, you look very beautiful today. You look very nice. Would you want to go out, grab a cup of coffee? And like if you're wearing like a really vibrant dress or something like that, I'd say, oh, that's a very beautiful dress. I like the way it looks on you.
But would this be you coming up to me, or you like talking to me like on the phone?
If I were to come up to you genuinely and I really felt that I was interested in you, I liked the way that you interacted with other people in the room, or like if you were very beautiful on top of that, stuff like that, I would just straight up go up to you and not be weird and be like, hey, I saw you from across the room, you look cute. And then walk away like, what? No, I'd be like, hey, excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? You know, and then I would like make small talk in the beginning and be like, you look very beautiful. I hope to see you the rest of the night or sometime later this night. You know, and then if we came back to each other, if I seen you at getting drinks or something like that, I'd go up and talk to you again and be like, hey, how are you enjoying the party? You know, simple conversation like that goes such a long way. Such a long way.
It
And this
does go
generation
such a
just
long
doesn't.
way. But the thing is, it's like, how do we get people to get that way again?
First off, the women need to stop clowning the men for trying. Sure, there might be
Yes.
some guys shooting outside of their league. Let them have that confidence. Don't break them down for that confidence.
Well,
I
yeah,
see
but
a
the
lot of these
woman,
younger
the
kids.
women need confidence too.
Women always got confidence. This age is a woman's age right now. Women are all about confidence. The ones especially showing everything are surely about confidence. That I don't agree with either.
Yeah,
That's
that
disgusting.
one,
That is disgusting.
the changing.
No one, I'll tell you this, no one wants to see your ass hanging out of your shorts or your boobs about to explode out of your shirt. No one wants to see that.
give like a point into that too. Like the girls have changed a lot in their dressing.
Not only that, but
Where-
the pounds of makeup. The pounds of makeup. Men will always, 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 always cherish a naturally beautiful woman. And a lot of women are. But the fact that they think just because my friend's putting on 10 pounds of makeup, I got to too to look pretty. No. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. If you don't feel like doing it, don't feel peer pressured by others in our generation and society to do it.
Mhm.
I get it. A lot of people see it as an art form. Totally agree with that. If you see it as an art form and you feel like you are creating something that you are at peace with and that you enjoy, go for it. But if you're using it for the reason to catch a man, that's the wrong reason. I'll tell you that. That's the wrong reason. Men will look the other way.
But I would say
Genuine
that
men.
everyone is beautiful in their own way, and everyone has different phases.
Mm-hmm.
So with the way that girls are dressing now,
Very
which
provocative.
is very like little like clothing, it could just be a phase. Like, yes, a lot of people may not like it, but it's a phase that, you know, people are, or girls are just gonna have to like go through. You know, the whole makeup thing. a lot of influencers and like YouTubers, everyone like a lot of what girls like look at is like makeup tutorials and all that stuff, and like partnership with like certain makeup brands. So that's just how like people get into makeup and all that stuff. A lot of makeup is a lot of makeup, but again, everyone has their own preference and everyone has their own path. But going back to the question, like dating has changed a lot, and we just have to give those advice if people need it, and guidance and anything, like if they need advice on how to ask a girl out or where to go like on dates and stuff like that. Like communication.
Speaking of the dates, a lot of men, including myself, struggled with planning dates. Truthfully, I see it, and I'm not trying to make this as an excuse. This is the way I see it. When it comes to planning a date, I want it to be perfect. And I know that's not even remotely possible. I want it to be so perfect that the woman enjoys the date so much that they want a second, or a third, or a fourth, or a fifth, or a sixth. And I'm willing to sacrifice my own happiness in order to make the woman happy. And I want it to be all about the woman, because that's how I see it as it was. I mean, men don't, go on dates with other men. We hang out and we drink beer and play games of like pool and stuff like that. When it comes to going on a date with a woman, you want it to be as romantic as possible to emulate your love through the gestures that you make and through the actions that you take too. And I struggled a lot with ideas for going out on dates because I'm like, oh, what if she doesn't like this, or what if it's like this, and overthinking a lot. So then sometimes I would just, unfortunately, not do it because I was overthinking. I was indecisive. But this is a sub question. There are certain places that women do not like to go on first dates. So we're gonna ask my co-host here, what are the top 3 places women do not like to go on dates? Vanessa, steal the show. In order. 3 being, it's okay. 1 being absolutely not.
Well, that's the thing. Like everyone has different every girl likes different things. Every guy likes different things.
No, I know, but there are those general places that where if a guy tries to take you, like for example, a general place every guy's gonna try and take a woman to the movies. There are those general places that every guy will come up with.
Okay, so I'll answer it like me personally.
Her personally.
But everyone is going to have their own opinion and thoughts.
Yeah. And if you can relate, comment below.
Me personally, like, are we talking like first dates?
Dates in general.
So for a first date, I wouldn't want to go to the movies just because you can't talk to the person.
See, communication's key.
Now, if we've been talking for a while, we've gone out and stuff like that, and a date does come up to go to the movies, then yeah, that's fine because like I got to know you, I got to see you, like other places and stuff like that.
To communicate.
Another place that I wouldn't want to go to is like summertime, like a beach or like. I don't know. I feel like pool parties are different than beaches. The reason why is because you're dealing with the sand, and the sand can be like a frustration. Like you got sand everywhere. Like if you're still like getting to know the person and all that stuff. I don't like to get in the ocean, so that could be something that like the guy could probably be thinking like, oh, you don't want to get in the water, like.
What about first date for the beach, like showing each other's bodies like that it's almost like an intimate way?
That's true.
What do you think about that? Like, a lot of people might not be comfortable doing that for a first date because you're showing each other's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a possibility too?
I mean, for me, like I said, I wouldn't go to a beach, so that hasn't came to my head. Like we recently went to the beach, but that's because we have been together for quite a while.
Almost 2 years.
So.
That took us this long to go to the beach. Not because we were, weird about it, but just wasn't in our plans.
Yeah, so that's something like it's different, you know. But I do know like girls who do wear makeup, they don't want to go to the pool because they have to wet their face or like they don't want their makeup to come off and stuff like that. So that could also be a date that girls might not want to do like right off the bat.
What's the second one?
My second one was the beach.
Oh, the beach?
Mm-hmm. For me, at least.
What's number one? Absolutely not. You will say no respectfully to.
Like as a first date or like a general date?
We'll stick with first date.
Okay. I think for a first date where I would say like no.
Drum roll.
I don't know. That's hard. I don't know.
Want me to take a guess? See what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Bar.
See, I like drinking. that doesn't count.
We're gonna cut that one. Okay. Well, again, she did mention it is her personal opinion, so I guess each girl has a preference. What about family party?
Well, realistically, you took me into a family first date.
We're cutting that out too. Our first date was at my birthday party when I turned 20. That's when she also found out my age, and I will say it was quite a
Okay. To be fair, yes, I wouldn't want to go to a family party for the first date, but I guess
I respect that.
It's also my fault too because I had gone out drinking. I think 2 days before his birthday or something like that. And we were actually supposed to like meet up, but I took a really big nap because I had a lot of bottomless mimosas. And then I went to a bar. So I was tired. I wasn't drunk. I was just tired. But you know, I will give it like I guess that's what I get, you know, because the day that we were supposed to hang out, I just decided to fall asleep, and when I woke up it was already like midday. So so I mean I guess, you know, but yeah, like I think it's a lot of pressure when you have a first date with the family because it's like it's not just meeting each other and hanging out with each other, you're meeting other people that mean a lot to the person, you know, because it's family. So
it's a scary thing.
It's a lot of pressure, that's for sure. But I would say moving on, let's change the gears a little bit. Will the Sox win more than 40 games?
Oh,
this is a question from Mr. Nico. Will they?
Short answer, no. Long answer, absolutely effing not. They look. I don't want to dwell too long on this because I'm gonna start getting upset. We picked up an absolute all-star. Well, maybe not absolute all-star from the Dodgers, right? Dodgers super stacked team, winning streaks, whatever. They're doing fantastic, as they always do because they have the money and the right people in the office. And I seen a clip the other day on Instagram of, I think his name is Miguel or something like that. Your dad was talking about him the other day. Anyways, I forget his name already because I don't watch the fucking Sox games anymore. I'm sorry for swearing. I don't watch them anymore. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. But anyways, picked him up, seen him in a clip on Instagram, sitting in the dugout, looking lost as hell. He's sitting there with the most upside down frown. Not upside down frown. Sorry, I messed that up. Frown. We'll just stick with frown. Looking like, what the hell am I doing here? I went from winning almost every single game and not having to do jack shit to being on a 24, 23 game losing streak. Now, I know we just got rid of our GM. I don't know if we ever picked up one. We might still be in the search.
I don't know why you're saying we like it's on the This is a you question.
I forget she's a Scrubs fan. So to all you Scrubs fans watching this podcast, it's a Sox podcast, okay? We're only going to ever talk about the Sox. Every time
Yeah, we
The-
are actually.
The only time
The
I'm gonna
question
talk
was,
about
will
the
the
Cubs is when
Sox
I'm hating on
win
them.
more than 40 games? So we are
No, they
talking about
won't
the Sox.
win more than 40. Maybe in the next 5 years we'll win more than, let's just say 30. I'm shooting for 30. I'll take 30. 30's fine. 30's fine with me. But 20? I think I don't even know what the Sox are at right now. I think it's still below 30. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, no, I think we should get Tony back. Yes, he was drunk the entire time, but he could still manage a fucking team. Yeah, he was stumbling when he was walking back to the dugout. That's okay. He managed the team. We had good players. We were doing good. We absolutely killed it when we played in the Field of Dreams against the fucking Yankees. We destroyed the Yankees in the Field of Dreams. That was a glimpse of what we could have had if we kept drunk Tony. Okay, if we kept drunk Tony.
Okay?
No, I'm really emotional right now. I'm really emotional right now. It hurts to see my home team since a kid.
He's not
just
crying.
do so terrible.
Don't be fooled with the sunglasses.
Anyways, yeah, no, we're not winning more than 40. I'm sorry.
No. Well,
I wish we would. I really wish we would. They might have to put me in, coach. I might have to go play for them. I think I'd stand a better chance than the rest of those guys. I'll go manage the Sox. We could have kept Tim Anderson. I know we didn't want to pay him. We might as well should have. I know he's not doing that good on the Marlins, but he would have done good on the Sox.
No.
Sorry, dwelling too much on it.
Would not win more than 40.
No.
Okay.
Not for the next 10 years.
Well, we want to say thank you for listening to our second episode. But before we cut this, I do want to say congrats on Nico for being a tío.
Oh yeah.
To baby Ro.
Oh yeah. My aunt, Lauren. Well, she's more like my older sister. Gave birth to her baby boy yesterday.
Mm-hmm. No, not yesterday. Wednesday.
So sorry, I forgot. So congratulations, Lauren and Mario. He is definitely Mario's son, and the reason being is that cabeza is big. That thing's bowling ball. Still love that big-headed thing, though. I had a big head as a baby. Anyways, congratulations to you guys. We love you. We'll be seeing Baby Ro actually shortly after this. Excited to see him. He's a cutie. Yeah, I look forward to teasing him the next 18, 20 years. Just how like you did, Mario. Remember when you teased me? You and Lauren? Yeah, I'm going to do that to your son. But out of love. All right, man?
So we do want to welcome Baby Ro into the family. Thought you were going to say something.
Oh, I was. Yes, welcome, young one. Welcome. Got a long journey ahead of you, man.
We are all very excited.
We are all very excited.
Baby Ro.
Very excited. I can't wait to... I'm going to forcefully make myself your mentor.
All right. Let's not do that.
Just like Mario did to me. Mario taught me a lot. I won't lie. When I didn't have a father figure in my life, he was there for me quite a lot. So I got your back, buddy. I got your back. Even if you're in the wrong, and I know you're in the wrong, I got your back. That's what family's for, man.
Yeah. So maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll have Baby Ro for a couple minutes in the future.
Yeah.
To show you guys on our podcast. Well, on our YouTube side.
Yeah.
But yes, it was.
Shout out to Baby Roman. Congratulations, Lauren and Mario, once again.
Yes, congrats. And it was such a beautiful thing to see Baby Ro.
He's a big baby too. He's a little tank.
Like a beautiful experience. Well, not experience. Like a beautiful
moment in life.
Moment. There you go. Thank you. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Friday for episode 3. Keep sharing, keep liking,
Please
commenting.
Make sure you subscribe and at least like. If not, I mean, it's okay. We get it. Might be too hard to click that button. slightly to the left of your screen, but we appreciate all the support we can get.
Yes,
with
we
that
love
support,
the support.
it also tells
The numbers were amazing. I did not
for our
expect
first
for
episode.
us. Yeah, I did not expect for us to do that well for our first time, and that just means you guys are interested in us. You guys want to hear us. You guys want to see us, and we appreciate that.
Please ask us more questions. I love answering your questions, except for if the Sox are going to win more.
The poll for questions will be up on Wednesdays.
Or feel free to just DM directly our Instagram account, or if you want, privately message us on any of our other social media platforms. We love hearing from you guys. We love answering your questions. It makes us feel like we're interacting more with you guys. And we love doing that. So please continue showing love.
Yes. So we would see you guys next Friday.
Mic drop. I'm not going to actually drop it.
Bye.